This is my favorite time of year when we get to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, when Jesus Christ came into the world, he was born as a baby, just like all of us. And he grew and he learned and he had experiences. And he wants us to do the same thing because he loves us and he wants us to return to live with him. So I thought it'd be really fun to draw a picture of a nativity and talk about this story. I'm really excited to draw this. Let's go. All right, so let's start drawing our nativity scene. So to do this, I want to create a bottom floor for my picture. So it can help to sometimes draw a couple dots on where you want this to be. If you want to kind of keep it straight, you can measure with your marker or whatever you have and put another dot over here at the same height. Sometimes that can help. And I'm just going to draw a straight line from this dot over to the other dot. And this is going to be the floor of our picture right there. So now we can start adding on some of the other things. And I want to start by doing the manger first because it's going to be in the front of the picture. So we don't want anything else to be in front of it. So to figure out where my manger is, I'm going to cut this into 3 different pieces of the same length. So we'll have one here, and one here. So I'm just gonna make a little mark right here, and you can put a little dot right there, and then halfway between here so you can see there's 3 different sections. And this will help me because then I know where to draw my manger and where to keep it in the middle. And I want it to kind of go out a little bit and then in. So I'm gonna take these dots, but I'm gonna go out a little bit. And that will be the top part of my manger. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And your manger can be any shape. You can do a rectangle in here if you want to. But I'm going to just draw this one just like this. And then I can connect these dots across the top. And there you can see the little manger right there. And if we want to put some feet on this manger, we can too. So we can just go from our dot right here and make little feet that go out on either side of this manger. All right, so this is where our baby Jesus is going to sleep at. So now let's go in here and go close to the side of our manger. This is going to be about where the neck of the baby is. And I'm just going to draw a little line up. And then I want to curve it back down into the crib. So you can see right there, this is the blanket that's covering the baby or swaddling clothes. And then I'm going to draw the head on the baby by just doing a half circle right there. So now you can see that he's in the crib. And if you want to, you can put eyes on him and maybe a little smiling mouth right there. All right, so now we're going to start drawing Mary and Joseph. So let's start with Mary over here. And we're going to go up, and maybe her head is somewhere up about here. Maybe you could put a little dot up here to show where you need to get to, because we're going to make a big curve right here. So we're going to start all the way down here at this edge of our ground point here. And I'm going to go all the way up to my dot right here. And then I'm going to come back down towards the baby Jesus right here. So you can see I just make this big curve just like that. And I missed my dot a little bit, and that's okay. We don't have to get this perfect. And then we can do the same thing for Joseph. So we're going to make another circle. I'm maybe going to make him a little bit bigger because sometimes men are bigger than women. So I'm going to draw this bigger arch over here, and this one is going to be Joseph. So now we have Mary and Joseph. So let's go ahead and let's put a face on Mary and Joseph. And so to do that, I'm going to go up and I'm going to put a half circle. And I'm going to kind of do it on the side over here, not all the way to the edge. So his face is going to come to about right there. And I'm just going to do like a bowl inside of our other big curve. It's almost like think of it as a big smile. And I can do the same thing with Mary over here, and I'm going to do it on the opposite side. See how that looks like a big smile right there? And now what we're going to do is we're going to draw another curve on Mary up here at the top, like that. And now we're going to draw another one over here on Joseph, and we're going to go from this edge, but I want to go all the way past his face, and you'll see why. It's because I want to put a headband on him. So I'm going to do another one right above it, just like that. So now let's add some other details on Joseph here. So we can create a bit of a headdress right here. We can just create this that comes down here and goes out, and then maybe another one at the other side. So it looks like he's wearing something over his head. And we can do the same kind of thing with Mary over here, except this one, I want to put a scarf on her, I think, some kind of a scarf. So I'm going to take this line and I'm going to take it right over to her chin. And then I can create another smile or bowl underneath her right there. And then you can see how it creates this nice little scarf. And then we can create a little part that goes off the back of her for the back part of the scarf. So I'll go here on her neck, and I'm just going to create kind of a wavy line, however you like it to be, and then just connect that back over to her back. And you can see how that makes a nice, pretty little scarf. Probably keeps her warm. And now we want to let's put some hands on this manger so they're holding it. So we can put one hand on here for Mary, and I'm just going to do a circle hand. So that's her hand on the manger. And we can connect an arm to it. And the arm is going to come up here. We can just draw two lines that curve down to connect to the hand. And then if we want to have another arm, we can just draw this, but maybe that hand is behind the baby's head right here. And if we want to, this will make it look kind of legs. We could put a line right here, so it's kind of like she's kneeling down, and then add a little triangle on the edge here to be her foot. And so then on Joseph, we can do a similar thing. We can put one of his hands on the manger because they're really excited to have this new baby boy. And we'll draw some arms up for him as well. And then maybe his other arm is going over towards his sweet wife, Mary. Just like that. And then if we want to, we can put a little foot on him as well. And now let's go ahead and let's add the faces on Joseph and Mary. And so I'm going to put two eyes, and I'm going to put them more over to the left side. So if the eyes were in the middle, they'd be right here, but I'm going to take both of them and just move them over this way a little bit. So it looks like he's looking down at this new baby. So I'll put one eye close to here, and then this other one's probably going to be about in the middle of our little bowl shape here. And then we can put whatever kind of nose we like. I'm just going to do a little line, but you can do whatever kind of eyes or mouths that you like to do. And I'm going to put a smile on Joseph's face here. And then over here on Mary, we can do the same thing. We can put the eyes over here on the right side of her face. And we can put a little nose, and we can put a smile on her as well. There we go. And if we want to, since she's a girl, maybe we do some little eyelashes. And we can put some eyebrows on him if we want to, just up above the eyes. And so now we can add a couple other little details here. In the scriptures, it talks about a new star being in the sky. So we can draw a star. We can put a V kind of going down between the two of these, pointing to where the Savior is, this new baby Jesus. And then we can do an upside down V up above it, but we're not going to connect them. we're just going to put another one right above it, kind of like a long V. And then we can do V's off to the side of that as well. And this is a way to create a fun looking star. And if you want to make it look like it's shining, we can add some shining lights all the way around it. And see how fun that looks. And maybe to make this manger look like wood, you could just put a few lines inside of it. And whatever other details you like to make your picture look the way you want it. Maybe you want to put some designs into Joseph and Mary's clothes. So let's go ahead and start coloring this picture. I think I'm going to do some blue over here on Mary. For my picture, I think I want to use a lot of blue colors because I imagine this being at nighttime, but you can use whatever colors you like. And you can do patterns or stripes or whatever is fun for you. And while we're doing this, we can think about how important the Savior is to us, that he came into the world. And so maybe it could be fun on Joseph, we could put some stripes on his clothes, maybe. Or maybe you thought of something else you would like to do on yours. Put some stripes on the arms. And then maybe I'll take a lighter blue and do Joseph's headpiece here. Maybe we'll do Mary's as well. So we got all these nice, pretty colors of blue. It's interesting how colors change during the nighttime. Oh, I think we need to get her scarf too. There we go. And maybe we can pick another color for the swaddling clothes in the manger. And then we got the manger right here. I'm going to use this purple color. I'm really excited to see what colors you use. All right, got some purple shoes on there. Maybe we can take a little bit more of this greenish blue and get this headband right here. All right, so I think that's really fun so far. The last thing I want to do is I want to color in this star. I'm going to do a nice bright yellow color. You could do orange or whatever colors you like. If you want to, you could do some extra light coming around the outside here. All right. So that is my finished nativity scene. I can't wait to see the stuff that you guys have made. So here's my finished picture of a nativity. I'm excited to show you some that some other artists have made. Right here you can see that every single one of these pieces of art is different and unique in their own special ways. I love looking at these. I love all of these bold, beautiful colors here and all this bright light coming from the star. You can see right here there's some animals on here. There's designs in the clothes and some straw down here in the manger. And look at this one. This one also has an animal. And you can see that every one of these use different colors. This one even has a moon up here. I think all these are beautiful and they're wonderful. And they show this story about how Jesus came to earth just like we did. And he wants us to learn and grow, and he wants to help us do that and wants us to return to live with him again someday. Thanks for drawing with me today, guys. I hope to see you next time. Bye.